Hi, this is Hez from Phoenix Rising. We're at the last day of Hard Rock Hell 2012, and with me I've got Ryan from Soil.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
So you recently rejoined the band after some time away. How did that come about?
Getting back with them?
Getting back with them.
They got a hold of me. Me and Adam had been talking for a couple of years, the guitar player Adam. And then Tim and I started some dialogue back and forth finally. And somebody had gotten a hold of them about doing a 10th year anniversary tour of the Scars album, October of last year. And since we were all having some dialogue, they got a hold of me to see if it would be something I'd be interested in. And it was. I mean, I was in Drowning Pool at the time, and we were actually coming off the road just a matter of a couple weeks before dates that they were, discussing doing this anniversary run. So it just worked out time-wise. So we jumped together real quick. I think we rehearsed 2 times before we flew over and did that tour.
Right, and then after that, obviously you decided you wanted to stay together. What made you decide to do it again?
I don't know. The whole Drowning Pool Soil thing was just really unrelated. I was getting to a point where I was just getting burnt out again on the music business, the business side of things. And I was getting to that point where I really felt like I was about ready to walk away again. So the Soil anniversary tour was really just the right thing at the right time. It was a breath of fresh air. We had a blast over here doing it. Mm-hmm. And it was nice playing those songs again. It'd been 7-8 years that I'd played some of the songs, and some of the songs we never played live anyway. So it was neat just bringing those songs back into my life again and remembering where I was when I wrote those lyrics and being a part of those songs again.
And then what made you decide to do another album after that?
We just had too much fun. And we started talking about doing a little bit of writing, me and Adam. We'd been talking about that for a couple of years. And he started sending me some riffs and some song ideas, and I started writing the lyrics and stuff. And it was just like old hat. It was kind of like being back, just kind of feeling like being back where you belong. It's the music. You have the 3 people, and Tim, Adam, and I. They were really responsible for the core of the first 2 albums, Redefined and Scars. Having the 3 of us back together again, it just feels natural. It's just we're right back to that era again in our lives as far as the writing goes.
And this time for the album, you're doing it yourselves, I believe.
Yes, that was one thing out of everything. That was the one thing that we all saw eye to eye on right away. The fact that if we were going to do it, we didn't want as I referred to them earlier, the evil empire to be involved in it. I think one of the things I've gotten really tired of is seeing musicians, and I've shared the stage with far more talented musicians than myself that have had to make that tough decision on whether they're going to continue on in this dream job that we've been given, or whether they're going to go home, find a job that can actually keep the lights on in the house. So I'm tired of seeing that. I'm tired of witnessing it day in, day out with bands that I really look up to and that I really respect musically. Musicians having to make that call. We decided that if we were going to do another Soil record, we didn't want to be involved in the typical label situation. We definitely didn't want to be involved in this 360 deal stuff that some of these labels are pulling out of their rears right now. They're just continuing to screw the musicians. We wanted to do it on our own. So we found a way through Kickstarter to help raise some of the funding up so that we could do that and keep the decisions from the very beginning of the writing of the material to the recording, manufacturing, distribution, marketing, publicity. Just keep that all within our own hands. There's too many times in my career where I can look back and point and go, man, that was a stupid decision. I knew it was a stupid decision. After they made that decision, I knew it was a stupid decision, and look how it hurts. If somebody's going to make a stupid decision in my career, I want it to be me. I'm very capable of doing it too. But I don't want anybody else to blame anymore. I want to see what we can do.
Right. As you said, it's through the Kickstarter project.
Yeah, it's Kickstarter. What Kickstarter is, for those of you that don't know, it's we offer different packages on there. When I first got involved in this whole thing, I didn't like the sound of it because I felt like I was standing on the street corner with my hand out asking the people that allow me to do what I do for a favor. But it isn't. more I started talking to fans and different people about it, they started pointing out the fact that, with the things that we offer in there, coming out and spending a day in the studio with us during the recording of the album, or coming into Chicago and going out to eat with us and having some beers afterwards or whatever, just little things like that, as well as getting the album early and things. I think there's even a package on there where we'll come to your house and do an acoustic set in your living room or something. I don't know. But somebody made the point to me. They're like, okay, you loved Alice in Chains when you were growing up. Can you imagine if you would have had the chance to go sit in the studio with Alice in Chains for a day? Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I see what you're saying. I've never been able to put myself in the category of bands that I think are cool. So, but having somebody say that to me, they're like, you're just offering for a fan of yours to get to do something that they normally wouldn't get to do. And looking at it that way, I started to understand it more and get exactly what we were doing here. In a way, they're helping us create what they're wanting in another Soil album, and being able to do it and produce and provide the truest Soil without the emperor over our shoulder telling us which direction we should turn in the recording. We'll be able to, we'll be making those decisions. We'll be getting out there the truest form of Soil that we can, and the fan will be involved in it from step one if they so choose to be.
And for anyone who's interested, where can they find the information?
This is a good one here. It is www.kickstarter.com/projects/soil/soil. Or you can just Google Kickstarter and Soil, and it'll probably give you a link somewhere.
Right, so when is it due to be released?
We're going in the studio, if everything goes as planned, we're going into the studio in late February, so we're looking at a summer 2013 release.
And do you have a working title for the album yet?
No, I don't. I like to see, I've never been really good with that. I like to see how the songs, I love the writing process. I love watching a song come from a riff to a final, product. And I'm that way with the albums, too. I mean, you have 11 or 13 tracks on an album. I think a lot of time, an album should speak to you in a certain, an album should speak to you, and I don't like to throw a name on that until it's done and it's speaking.
So, what can fans expect from this album?
I hope the people that have critiqued some of the little tidbits that they've heard, as far as it being, that the album that should have came third, between Scars Redefined and then this being what they feel like would have been that natural third album from the three of us. It feels that way while we're writing it, because it is. It's the three old cogs back together again. The three old lumpheads.
Right, well, that's excellent, and I hope it goes well.
No, thank you.
Right, so final question. For Hard Rock Hell, there's always a theme, and we always ask the bands a question. You're not getting away with this.
Right.
So I'm going to ask you to choose Cowboys or Indians.
Indians.
Right, then what would your Indian name be?
Holy Hannah. I don't know. That's a good question. I got nothing. Probably Sitting Bull. Just, I don't know. Monkey butt. Are there monkeys? No, Indians don't know what monkeys are. Well, I mean, they do now, but back then they wouldn't have. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just go. Let's just go with just bowl, just full of it.
Right.
Bowl. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Oh, thank you very much for yours.